Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages? You know, when I first thought of doing a video tonight at 2:18 in the morning, initially I was going to talk about SEO, or whatever the fuck you call it. The, search engine. And how people manipulate it. And YouTubers like that and all that crap. You already know, people have said it a billion times on this website. But now I want to kind of talk about Kim Davis. So buckle up, because this one's gonna be juicy. So, question 1. Who is this chick? Who is Kim Davis? Well, Kim Davis actually was and now is again a clerk in, I think, Louisiana. I'm not sure. It could be Kentucky. One of the two. One of those two red states. One of those very religious red states. And basically what she does, one of her roles as a clerk, county clerk, is that she gives out marriage licenses. Recently, beginning of the summer, if you guys have not been under a rock, which I hope you guys aren't, because that would be very bad. How did you survive this long? You need food to survive. Anyway, the Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage across the country, and red flags were everywhere. Yeah. Gay marriage is legal. Woo, woo, woo. Rallies everywhere. People were on the roof. On the day of my graduation, this happened. The day after my birthday. This all happened. I was like, yeah, roof. Woo. And this woman, who is now obligated by the law to give out marriage licenses to gay people, began denying everybody marriage licenses. Whether you're straight or gay, she would not give you a marriage license. And people asked her, reporters, for some reason this became a huge issue when I'm sure there are probably other people across the country who have done this, but I guess she was a little bit more extremist, or maybe not. They just wanted to make an example out of her. Didn't really work though, since she's out, still doing what she's doing. But I'm guessing they wanted to make an example out of her by arresting her. But anyway, getting back to the story, they asked her why she didn't give out marriage licenses to anyone, and she said it's because her religious beliefs prevent her from giving marriage licenses to homosexual partners. First off, let me just put in the fact that you're in an elected position. People in the county voted you in there. You're part of the government, whether it be the local government, whether it be the federal government, doesn't matter. You're still part of the government. Last I checked, you're not in Canada. You're not in Mexico. You're in the United States. And in the United States, it states, I said, it sounded weird. In the United States of America, it states that there is a separation of church and state, which means you have to put your religious views behind you and go off of what is best for the country, not what's best for you and your religion, but what the law says. And obviously this is something that most politicians don't do. I mean, we still have God and the Pledge of Allegiance. People still say, God bless America, God bless, like in speeches, presidents say it, which I don't really have a problem with. But when you think about it, why would they say that if there's a separation of church and state? Wanted to get, of course, get votes and all shit, but I'm getting off topic. So, going back to my original statement, if your religious views are blocking you from giving marriage licenses to anyone because of gay marriage, why didn't you have this hissy fit about people who ate fish or people who shaved? Because that's in the Bible too. It condemns that. It condemns shaving, eating fish, and even you, Kim Davis, you got divorced multiple times. You divorced your first husband, second husband, and then you divorced your third husband to go back to your second husband. So you did stuff that's against the Bible too. If you went to get married for a fourth time, well, actually a fifth time, because you went back to your second husband, and the person who's a clerk read it, and they're a Bible nut like you, and they're like, I've been divorced 4 times. Want to get married a 5th time? That's against the Bible. I'm sorry. My religious views stop me from letting you get married. Or what if there was a Muslim clerk and you wanted to get a driver's license, or you wanted to get a teaching license, and they're like, According to the Quran, you have pretty much no rights, so it's against my beliefs to give you any of those. I mean, pretty much the Bible you could pretty much argue the same things in certain points. So the ignorance and the arrogance is clear here. You're trying to force your beliefs on the community through regulating who and who can't get married by just saying nobody can. And what's the point of this? You're not helping anyone. If anything, and it's that important to you, you should just step down. This isn't religious persecution. Your religion is taking away the rights of others. We're not persecuting you. You're persecuting minorities, other people who just want to have a happy life. Why can't you just do that? And she's like, just go to another clerk. They shouldn't have to. By law, you should be able to do it. Maybe they don't want to go out of state or go out of the town to get another marriage license at another clerk. Maybe they can't. Maybe they can't afford to take that kind of time out of their day. Why do you have to make it such an issue when you could easily step down, find another job? For God's sake, you're white. It shouldn't be that hard to find a job. And hell, you're Christian. That should make it 10 times easier. I got a job from my youth group that I used to go to because the job that hooked me up were Christian, and I got a job from that. Even though I wasn't Christian, I didn't tell them that, but I still got a job for it. So don't take the role of the persecuted. You know damn well what you're doing is wrong, whether you want to admit it or not. I have my beliefs. They're my beliefs, okay? You want to have your beliefs? You can have yours. Just don't influence my life with your beliefs. Don't affect my life with your beliefs. If a gay couple comes in, they have their own beliefs. They have their own life. You have your own beliefs. You have your own life and you have your own mindset. Don't try to control theirs. Please. Now they're trying to compare her to Martin Luther King. How the fuck do you compare this woman to Martin Luther King? Seriously. They're saying that because he got arrested because of his religious beliefs and not obeying the law because of his religious beliefs. Alright, let me just say this now. He's a citizen. He's not part of the government. Alright, so that was bullshit. What happened to him was bullshit. She is part of the U.S. government. Okay? Whether she likes it or not, she's obligated by the U.S. government to follow the rules. Like, if you don't follow the rules, the courts mandated her. They said you have to, otherwise you will be detained. With all these people being rejected, what do you think's gonna happen? People are just gonna forget? No! They want to get married. And of course it goes back to the whole debate of whether religious people have the ability to say no to gay couples if they want like a cake or any of that shit done. And honestly, it revolves back to my point about what if they ate fish? You know, what if they shaved? What, you don't read you didn't read that in the Bible? Well, it's there. What, you only read the part about gays being an abomination? Well, obviously you need to study up. And guess what? Maybe you walk into a Muslim store trying to get married, need a cake, and they'll say no, because in their view, you're an abomination. Your religion in its own is evil and tyrannical. Just look on the other side of the mirror and stop sticking to your own side. Stop being so ignorant. Stop being so arrogant. Just let people live their lives and don't let your personal ideologies interfere with that. As always, people, remember to like the video, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully it won't be a week later. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow. I don't know. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.